Hello everyone and welcome to another Minecraft mod review. Now, I have some unfortunate news. The old world where I did my mod reviews before ended up corrupting. And as such, I didn't have the world backed up, so I lost the world. Yeah. But I decided to create a new world and keep on going with the series. Now, the base I have in this world isn't anywhere like the one I have in the old world. It's just a small base here, but it's a start. Every mod I'm going to try and expand in some way, so as the series progresses, there's some improvement. But anyway, the mod I'll be reviewing today is the Snowmancy mod. Now, this mod allows you to make snowman companions for yourself that will fight alongside you. So to get started, right down here I have the crafting recipes. This mod only adds in 2 crafting recipes. The Snowman Builder and Evercold Ice. I'll review what that does later, but the Snowman Builder is what you need to make the snowmen with. Here's the crafting recipe. It requires packed ice and ice, so unless you get lucky with chests or trades or such, you are going to have to wait till endgame to get this. And with it, you get the Snowman Builder. The Snowman Builder can only be used in a cold climate. That's why I built the base here. It cannot be used in a warm environment unless it is surrounded with Evercold ice. So if you can craft enough Evercold ice, you can use it. But otherwise, you're going to have to find a cold biome. Putting it down and right-clicking it brings up this menu, which looks very complicated, but it actually isn't that complicated. I'll go over it. Here are the materials needed to make the snow golem. Snow, obviously. Coal. Carrots. And snowballs. Going back up here in the menu, these 3 blocks are snow blocks. If you don't know exactly what the recipes are, you can always shift-click with something. So, for instance, I shift-clicked and put all the coal in the right place. Shift-click with the carrot, and there we go. Now, all that is left is these 2 slots. The helmet gives it, more defense and such, while the weapon slot determines how it attacks. I'm also going to take the Evercold Ice because it has another feature. This is the recipe. 5 packed ice surrounded by 4 normal ice. Going back up here, everything stays in there. You don't need to replace it if you exit the menu. So I'm going to put the iron helmet on there and the snowball. And this is it, a frozen snowman. Now you cannot drag it out of here yet, because that's for one reason. You need to throw snowballs at it. Right-clicking on it will just open up the menu, so you need to shift right-click. It takes 8 snowballs in order to make it, and then you have your frozen snowman. And this snowman, you can place it down by right-clicking within your hand, and here it is. It is a very small snowman. It doesn't show the helmet or the weapon you give it, but it does still have it. They don't follow you around like a pet, unfortunately. If you shift right-click on them, you can pick them up and move them around. It keeps all the stats it has before, and you can hover over it to see the stats, whether you use the golden carrot, what the attack type is, the damage it deals, and whether or not it has ever cold. The damage it deals only shows up if you give it a sword, so it won't show up if you have a bow. And as I said, you can use a golden carrot in place of a normal carrot, which just changes the appearance of it. I'm going to give this one a golden helmet. Once again, you need to throw some snowballs at it. And there you go, you got another snowman. So this is the second one I made. And this is the first one. They all have the same health. Their health doesn't change, it just gives them some defense. And you can shift right click to pick them back up. You can have any number of these. And with the Evercold Ice, you can put that in the helmet slot. And what that does is it prevents it from melting. Similar to normal snow golems, these frozen snowmen melt if they are in a warm biome. But if they have ever cold ice on their head for their helmet, they won't melt. See, this one has ever cold true, which means that it won't melt in warm biomes, which is good if you plan on taking your snowman across a variety of different biomes. However, it will have less defense because you can't have a helmet there. Now, one thing to note is that once you make a snowman, you cannot edit it. There's no way to change what your snowman is made out of, you just have one forever. But you can have a number of them, and they are relatively cheap to make, so you can actually make a ton of them and have an army. And they can have a total of 4 different weapons. The 4 weapons they can have are eggs, bows, swords, and snowballs. Egg and snowball are pretty similar. Bow is obviously a bow. They aren't very accurate. And the sword is, well, a sword. That's kind of obvious. One thing to note is that the snowman with the sword does not deal knockback. It will not deal knockback to anything that hits. Now, I'm going to change it to night and hope we run into some mobs to test them out. Oh right, I have some gear back at the base. I'm going to grab that first. There we go. I got some gear on to protect me. I don't have a sword, but that's what the snowmen are for. There we go. Now it is nighttime. I turned up the brightness a bit so that you guys will be able to see it easier. Now we just have to wait for a hostile monster to spawn, like that zombie over there. So this was... I need to organize these because, as I said, in your hotbar, it is impossible to tell which one is which. Oh, that guy has a sword, and there's a skeleton. Firing slow... Oh, no, wait, that's a stray. So, first of all... Snowball. They throw snowballs, which can knock stuff back, so it makes it easier to kill stuff, especially since it only focuses on... They have an endless number of them. Alright, I'm going to put down the sword one now. And once they die, you can pick them up again. You can just pick them up and place them again. The snowball taunts them. They have to attack the snowball one. But yeah, since you can just pick them back up again, you don't have to worry about the snowman dying. Except sometimes it focuses on the other snowmen as well. So, there we go. This one is the sword one. Just have to test out the arrow and the egg one. Here's a spider. It throws out eggs, which has a similar effect, and there's the archer one. Now, the bow one, unfortunately, it does not use enchantments. I gave a fire aspect. The bow one, unfortunately, does not give... It does not have the bow enchantment effects. Like, I used the fire aspect bow, but it did not set the spider on fire, so don't waste any enchantments on the bows you are giving them. It's the same with the sword and helmet. You don't want to waste any enchantments on it. But, there we go. That was the Snowmancy mod. It's a pretty fun mod, and it makes you go to snow biomes in order to start it, so... It gives you more reason to explore your world, and it also gives you a bunch of snowman companions. So, thank you all for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Link to the mod will be in the description below, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. I'm going to name you George. Yeah.